I'll give you a bit of history on the class. It was introduced in 1932 as a light branch line steam engine for the Great Western Railway. Designed by Charles Collett, who was the chief mechanical engineer of the Great Western, but it was based on a much older design by George Armstrong called the Class 517. Now it's originally the Class 48XX, but it was reclassified as 14XX in 1946. Now many of them ran with an auto trailer on auto train workings, or push-pull workings as they were known everywhere else. But the 5800s were not fitted for auto train working. All of them survived into BR service from GWR, and they were classified under their classification system as 1P. So they're not particularly strong, but they're very capable, and they were very good at hauling short auto trains around Welsh valleys or along branch lines. 4 of them have been preserved, numbers 1442, 1450, 1466, and this one, which is 1420, which is currently at the South Devon Railway. You might recognise it as Oliver from Thomas the Tank Engine, or as one of the locomotives from the Titfield Thunderbolt. So this is a Hattons exclusive model by DJ Models. They're quite new to the market, but they make some very good models, and this is one of them. And it's a very reasonable price as well. Not too much, only £99 for this, which compared to some of the other locomotives that are coming out at the moment is very reasonable indeed. Given the current state of pricing in the modern railway industry, it's skyrocketing, so that's not too bad. Let's open the box. It's a very nice cardboard box. Inside you get leaflets, which I'll move on to in a second. Nice foam insert, and inside that there's the plastic containing the model. I'll look at the additional sheets you get with it. So you have here the spare parts exploded diagram for the 48 and 14XX, because they're the same, and then you have another one for the 58XX, which was slightly different, although as far as I can see all the parts seem to be the same, but that's nonetheless very useful in case you ever need to order spare parts. And then of course you get your instruction sheet, which is on nice glossy paper, unlike Hornby and Bachmann's instruction sheets. Very nice, colour diagrams as well. Goes through a lot of things: controller, track cleaning, lubricating, running it in 50 minutes in each direction. I find that 30 minutes is actually a bit better. It just helps the motor to bed in a bit better. But if they recommend 15 minutes, then I'm sure it's fine. And goes through about DCC. There's a DCC chip. It goes in the smoke box. You just remove the smoke box door. It's held on with a couple of magnets, and your chip goes in there. Can be fitted with sound as well. It's nice to see the coal is removable. That's good. And the cab is removable. Warranty information, and a little bit of detail here. We'll see that in a minute. Which goes on. It's something to do with the auto train working mechanism, which goes just on the front buffer beam and the back buffer beam there. And also there's some contact information for Hattons in case you need to get hold of them. So let's look at the model. You get it in this nice plastic sleeve. I think it's become known as the block of ice. So you have 2 more foam inserts, and then you have the detailing pack. What do we get in here? So in here we have a couple of 3-link or screw-link couplings. What else? Some vacuum hoses, and a couple of lamps, which is nice. You don't see those very often. And these two bits of detail here and here, which are for the auto train. They're the auto train details, which on a leaflet. These things are in there as well. Yeah, it's nice to have lamps. You don't often see lamps or discs in a detailing pack. That's good. It means you can put your route indicator on the front of your train, which is good. Now let's look at the model. Well, the first thing that grabs you straight away is the level of detail. It's covered in detail, where you've got handrails, smoke box door darts, lamp irons. It's really full of it. So let's go through some of that. So looking at the front, you have a very nicely detailed buffer beam here. You have a vacuum hose, very well printed number here, and a few other things. I think this slot here is where the detailing goes for the auto coach. The couplings are nice slimline tension locks, as we've come to expect these days, with a NEM socket there. The brake rods are fitted already, which is nice. I don't like fitting brake rods. I always think I need to snap them. Nicely detailed underneath as well. The smoke box is very well detailed. It's got a nice dart, nicely separately fitted detail there, and some lovely handrails going down the side of the boiler. Metal handrails, which is always good. More lamp irons here along the front, and some along the side here as well. That's where they store their spare lamps, along the side when they're not using them. It's a common sight on the Great Western Railway. The livery is stunningly applied. It's a perfect shade of green, and can't find any fault with the printing. So it's all really very nice. And one thing I have noticed is that the number plate is actually slightly recessed, and I think that's to allow you to fit an etched nameplate, a number plate in there, which is nice, because normally they stick out a bit too much. It's nice that it's just been recessed a little bit there. Nice brass safety valves, as was customary on the Great Western Railway. Detail on the tops of the tanks here. You've got the caps and space for fire irons and things like that. There's lots of rivet detail along the side and on the roof as well. The hatch door on the roof doesn't slide open, but I think we can overlook that. There's lots of detail all over, really. Separately fitted handrails along the side of the cab here, and steps as well. And a really nice. I've just noticed the door. Doesn't move, but the door into the cab is very well detailed. It's positioned half open, and inside, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, the cab detail is fantastic. In fact, I'll just go and get my torch to show you inside. And we're back, and I've got my torch. Shine it, just position it in a good position. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking that up. If I shine it from this angle, might be better. Now, I'm not sure how well the camera's picking that up, but it really is fabulous. The cab is very, very detailed indeed. It's all painted as well, which is good. And the door is, as I said, it's sort of positioned half open, which is a nice touch. More handrails along the side here, and on the back you've got nice protectors for the windows at the top. The coal load, as I said, is removable apparently. Round the back you also have another vacuum pipe, and lots of hooks for your fire irons, and some more lamp irons as well. And the buffers on the back are also sprung. That's all good. Looking at the underframe, you've got steps here and here, which is very nicely detailed, and a very small, not sure if the camera will pick that up, but a very small printed decal there, which is also very nice. And we have sanding pipes here and here, and as I've said, the brake rods are fitted as well. So that's really a very well detailed model, and that's lovely. So I can't show you a video of my train running because I forgot to film it when I went to go and run it. But I can tell you that the motor is very smooth indeed. Straight out of the box, it's very smooth. It's to a very high standard. They've modelled it, and it's geared in such a way it doesn't, not as well as the Class 08 from Hornby, which goes really very slowly, but this goes slightly faster, but it's regulated. It doesn't go too fast, so that's good. And so in conclusion, this is really a very stunning model, and it's a very good value given the way prices have been rising, as I've said, and the amount of detail on it is absolutely brilliant. It's got great performance. As I've said, the detail is great. It's really great in almost every way. So just get one. That's all I can say. Go and get one. You need one. They're brilliant. Get one.